New Year's Eve is a hell of a time to bury a friend. But for him, why not? He was in all things both grave and joyful. I will miss his laugh. Indeed I will. In all things grave and joyful. I should put that in the eulogy. Do you think he sensed it when Marjorie died? That was too much. After little Bobby, and Raina, and Barbara? Too much. And do you really think that suits the thing? He always hated it. Said it made him look like a head waiter. And besides, it's too tight on him anyhow. Where's that dear old brownish tweed? The one he always used to wear to the mermaid. Let's get you out of this and into that. What do you say? Don. You were the worst poker player I ever met. I think you had some unconscious urge to not take money from anyone. Not to press the theories of Dr. Freud too much. Hello?
Look like a head waiter. It's too tight for me. Double dapped!
Happy New Year! Everyone's here, right? Oh, there's Bobby and Raina. I think Barbara's here somewhere and Marjorie's here.
Happy New Year! This Mermaid Tavern sure is a swell place.
It's the boss's last party.
Last party?
There's champagne and beer. And a table upon which stand beyond. There's a whole scuttle full of chef d'oeuvres.
What you need is hors d'oeuvres, Mehitabel.
What I mean is grub, Archy.
You sell your soul for a plate of fish.
I have had my ups and downs, but what the hell? What the hell? Yesterday, scepters and crowns, fried oysters and velvet gowns, and today I heard with bums.
Bums? Well, thank you.
Where am I? Why am I wearing this thing?
It's your funeral suit.
Funeral suit.
This is your funeral.
I don't like the sounds of that.
Happy New Year!
For you, maybe.
Two tours gay, boss.
Mehitabel, the cat. So it is you. And you're Archy.
In the cockroachly flesh.
And I'm Don Marquis. And I invented you. And I'm talking to you. Maybe I really am dead.
You're near your time.
So I'm not dead.
Oh, you're dead all right. Your soul just hasn't quite left your body.
Your friend Morley is writing your eulogy.
Then what happens?
Well, that's sort of up to you. Your life has been, pocked with sorrow at terrible personal cost. There was obscurity, poverty, contracts, 2 heart attacks, 3 strokes.
Stroke? Oh, please.
And not that kind, Mehitabel. The other kind. Given that your life is punctuated by tragedy after tragedy, not to mention episodes of ill health, your output is impressive.
But do you think he would change? What the hell, Archie? What the hell, boss? Change is present, freedom to range from castle or moat and rain. Cage me and I go frantic. My life is so romantic, precious and choreographic, and I'm too
She would have been better off if she never knew me. So this is death. Not remotely how I pictured it.
We're between. A drama in 5 acts, if you will.
Drama of my life?
If you will.
Well then, let's keep it interesting. But here's the main question. Is it a comedy or a tragedy?
Well, that's up to you. And them.
I see. Well, since my death is marked with a New Year's funeral, let the story of my comical, tragical life be marked by parties.
That can be arranged, shall we?
Shall we begin?
Raina! What's this noise, this music? Raina, I've got to work, dearest.
Be his first wife, Raina.
Trying.
The love of his life.
I know.
The writer, the novelist.
Raina. Happy New Year, darling. 1916. Doesn't that sound grand?
Happy New Year to you too, dear.
Come dance with me.
Oh, Queenie. I've got to get this column done. Another damnable 23-incher by tomorrow morning.
Just type, darling. Type. Keep typing, and then come dance with me.
Oh, easy for you to say, you novelist, you. You type pages in the blink of an eye.
Despite the fact that the shift key on my typewriter continually sticks.
If I manage to meet this deadline, thus receiving a new paycheck, I shall buy you a brand new typewriter, queen of my heart, one with an unsticky shift key.
Do you remember that first feature you wrote for the Herald?
How could I forget? It almost killed me.
We had just come to New York from Atlanta.
And I got a job, promptly got fired. You sold a story, we lived on that for a while.
We ate so many beef stews. Oh, I still can't look the things in the face. The weeks went by. They got less and less beefy and more watery.
I couldn't get a job anywhere, I couldn't sell anything.
And little Bobby was just a baby. He was so sickly.
And I thought we should leave New York.
I said if we leave this way, we're defeated.
And I said, I'm licked. I said to a frazzle.
I said if we get licked here, we're licked everywhere.
We didn't have $1 to our name. We owed a month's rent. We couldn't get any credit. And I said, it's better to be licked than starved. And you said...
I think we better stay in New York.
Oh, I never had any backbone of my own. But you always had that decisiveness, that gentle... Then we had little Bobby to take care of, so on went my hat and coat, and off through the slush I went to the Herald office. I pitched a serial feature to the Sunday editor. He liked it.
Look here!
He said,
Get me 4 installments of 5,000 words each.
That's 20,000 words in all.
And I'll pay you $200 upon delivery if the stuff holds up to your idea.
And then he said,
Get it be my Monday noon, so I can start my art department on it. We'll illustrate it.
this was Saturday evening. He wanted it by Monday noon, and like a fool, I promised.
you sat down Sunday morning to knock out the 20,000 words. You wrote all day.
And it was specifically understood it was to be funny stuff.
Cheerful, you know. Humorous, light, easy reading, you know, funny stuff.
I worked all Sunday, day and all night.
At about 6 o'clock Monday morning, you collapsed across your typewriter.
In my mind, I thought I was still writing that story.
I had to call up the janitor so we could lift you into bed.
You are the gamest person that ever lived. Man or woman, and women are usually gamer than men when it comes down to it, brass tacks and all.
You talked the stuff over with me, so I sat down and wrote the last 3,000 words of the story.
To this day, I still don't know where my story stopped and yours begins.
It was afternoon before you came out of that stupor or whatever darn thing you were in.
The first thing I did was make for that typewriter. I have no idea how long I was out, but you told me.
I finished the story, I delivered it.
And I said, what?
I told you again, it's done, it's delivered, he's paid for it.
And I said, did you keep it cheerful the way he wanted?
Yes, it's cheerful right to the end. And then I broke down crying.
That was one of the only times I ever saw you cry. Then we went down to the old Brevoort and had ourselves a swell dinner. and I worked my way outside a bottle of Burgundy.
If you can write that serial feature, you can do anything. Why don't you write in free verse?
Never mind that. 23 inches by tomorrow morning.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, darling. Verse Libra, very much in vogue. And those little short lines of poetic type.
Fill space.
23 inches of space.
My God, Rita, you were a genius. Rita, look. That is the goddamn biggest cockroach I ever saw.
I believe he could damn near well play your typewriter.
Could he? Would he?
Sir? Madam?
He's a veritable insect Voltaire.
Where are you hiding?
Well, boss, we insects have the key to the fourth dimension. For we see little things. I can show you love and hate and the future dreaming side by side in a cell. In those little cells where matter is so fine, it merges into spirit. You ask me where I've been, you had better ask me where I am and what I've been drinking. Exclamation point.
My God, Rita, it's him! The poet! The cockroach. The column, I mean. 23 inches by tomorrow morning! I came into my room earlier than usual in the morning and discovered a gigantic cockroach jumping about upon the keys. He did not see me, and I watched him.
I climbed painfully upon the framework of the machine and threw myself with all my force down upon the keys, head first.
The weight and impact of the blow were sufficient enough to operate the machine, one slow letter after another.
I can't operate capital letters.
After about an hour of this frightfully difficult literary labor, he fell to the floor exhausted. I saw him creep feebly into a nest of my poems, which are always there in profusion.
Expression is the need of my soul. I was once a verse Libra bard.
But I died and my soul went into the body of a cockroach.
It has given me a new outlook upon life. I see things from the underside now. Thank you for the apple peelings in your waste paper basket, but your paste is so stale I can't eat it. There's a cat here called Mehitabel. I wish you would have her removed.
Hey!
She nearly ate me the other night. Why can't she catch rats? That's what she's supposed to be for. There's a rat here that she should catch without delay.
The Undertaker.
Don Marquis. You write a little column for one of my papers, don't you?
Hello, Mr. Munsey.
Why do you call him the Undertaker?
Because he buys up all the papers and merges them. He fires all the reporters, sending paper after paper to their graves, fattening his own bank account in the process.
Will he fire you, boss?
I certainly hope not, Mehitabel. Night after night, I have written poetry for you on your typewriter. And then this big brute of a rat who used to be a poet comes out of his hole when it is done, and he reads it and sniffs at it, and after he has read it, he sneers, and then he eats it. I hope I will be a rat in the next Transmigration, and that rat a cockroach. I will teach him to sneer at my poetry then.
That boss of yours is going to crucify you if you don't get that column done on time.
I know, Archy. I know.
You can't expect a man to drink as much as I do, boss, and still have time to work a thing and do the job of boss. Oh, boss, you asked me what it should be. I'll do the best I can, but who can lush continually and be a man?
kick the booze.
Rest.
And rest.
You're only 40 years old. You shouldn't be this worn out.
I know. But now that we have little Barbara with us, there's 2 of them to take care of, and little Bobby's doctor bill.
And I can't write a thing worth selling. The children need me.
Daddy, I saw God again today, in the clotheslines.
You saw who? Where?
God.
Oh.
God is a very good friend of Bobby's. He's a little boy. And they play together under the apartment house clotheslines out back.
I see.
I like God better than any of the other children. He doesn't make fun of my legs.
I'd very much like to meet God and thank him for being so nice to you.
I regret that cannot be arranged.
Oh, why not?
Well, everyone expects God to be enormous because he made the world. But he's just a little boy. If anyone actually met him, they wouldn't believe it was him. They'd just laugh and hurt God's feelings.
Is that a fact? Well, I promise to behave in God's presence.
Sorry, Daddy.
Oh, well, then, would you convey my greetings to God? Wait a minute. I have a better idea. How would you like to sit here and type out a story about God for me? Now, I've seen you type. I know you can do it.
Oh, I'd like that very much.
Can you put me back down now, please?
Certainly. Are you looking for something, Bobby?
A bottle of whiskey?
Whiskey?
Well, whenever you work, you have one on your desk. I can't write unless I have one, too.
Well, that damn near crumples me. That's it. I'm taking to the water wagon. What's this then? Prohibition? Must the whole damn country kick the booze with me? Archy?
Yes, boss?
I have a journalistic assignment for you. Let's take a trip to the Metropolitan Museum. I'd like you to interview the Egyptian pharaoh.
Well, boss, I went and interviewed the mummy of the Egyptian pharaoh at the Metropolitan Museum, as you bade me to do. What ho, my regal leather face, says I.
Greetings, little scatter-footed scarab,
Says he. Kingly has been, says I. What was your ambition when you had any?
insignificant and journalistic insect.
Says the royal crackling.
In my tender prime, I was too dignified to have anything as vulgar as ambition. We used to feed the ibises and order pyramids. But if I had my life to live over again, I would give dignity the regal raz, hire myself out to work in a brewery.
Old Tanantari, says I detect in your speech the overtones of melancholy.
Yes, I am sad.
Says the majestic mackerel.
I am as sad as the song of a Sudanese jackal who is wailing at the blood-red moon he cannot reach and rip.
On what are you brooding with such wistful wishfulness there in the silences? Confide in me, my imperial pretzel, says I.
I brood on beer, my scampering whiffle snoot on beer.
My sympathies are with your royal dryness.
My little pest, you must be respectful in the presence of a mighty desolation. Little Archy, 40 centuries of thirst look down upon you. Oh, by Isis and Osiris,
Says the princely raisin.
and Putu, and Puto, and Poto, and Patui, and all the gods that rule from the upper cataract of the Nile to the delta of the Duodenum. I am dry! I am as dry as the next morning mouth of a dissipated desert. I am as dry as the heart of a sandstorm at high noon in hell. I have been lying here and there for 4,000 years with silicone in my esophagus and gravel in my gizzard, thinking,
salt codfish, if you keep quiet about it. Not yet.
What country is this?
Asked the poor prune. My reverend uselessness? This is a beerless country, says I.
Well, well.
Says the royal desiccation.
My political opponents back home always maintain that one day I would wind up in hell. And it seems they had the right dope.
And with these hopeless words, the unfortunate residuum gave a great cough of despair. And turned to dust and debris right in my face. It being the only time I ever actually saw anybody put the cough in sarcophagus.
Boss? Boss?
Raina!
Is it one of those heart attack things?
I don't think so.
It sure isn't a party.
Maybe it's a stroke.
Oh, please.
Not that kind, the other kind. Be Rada.
For when I am done with the buffoon's part that I play lifelong with a burdened heart that gets no leave for breaking, I may not see such visions then, nor dream such dreams of you again.
What is it, Don?
He died.
Yes, Don. Our son. He lived to be 5 years old.
And you died too.
Yes, Don. We both died on you, our little Bobby and I. I'm sorry.
How could I let that happen?
Robert was always so frail. And me, well, my shift key got stuck.
Myocarditis?
That's it. Inflammation of the heart muscle.
No. An overflow of sorrow and heart is my diagnosis right now.
My heart broke. But we had wonderful times between, Don. Cheerful, right to the end.
Right to the end.
Will you give Barbara this?
Songs of innocence and experience.
Pretty, pretty robin, under leaves so green, a happy blossom hears you sobbing.
Pretty,
sobbing.
pretty robin near my bosom.
She can't read yet, but she soon will. She's frail too. Such a bright little thing, but you have to keep bringing in your paycheck, Dawn, my dear.
Yeah, I have to keep writing. Take care of Barbara. I'll keep spilling my guts
without spilling your guts. I know. I won't write another novel, Dawn. Write for me? I'll see you at the Mermaid.
Raina. Wonderful stories. One brilliant novel. You should have been able to write more. I look back on your life and it... Artists shouldn't have offspring. Or so Mehitabel would say. An artist like me shouldn't really have offspring. It hampers her career.
Oh, my goodness gracious, I seem to remember that I did have some kittens. I hope nothing terrible has happened to the poor little things.
And if something has, I suppose they are better off. What am I saying? Keep spilling my guts without spilling my guts.
Well, boss, Mehitabel the cat has reappeared in her old haunt with a flock of kittens. 3 of them this time. Archie, she said to me yesterday, the life of a female artist is continually hampered.
What in hell have I done to deserve all these kittens? I look back on my life and it seems to me to be just one damn kitten after another. I am a dancer, Archie, and my only prayer is to be allowed to give my best to my art. But just as I feel that I am succeeding in my life work, along comes another batch of these damn kittens. It is not, Archie, that I am shy on mother love. God knows, I care for the sweet little things, curse them. But am I never to be allowed to live my own life? I purposely avoided matrimony in the interest of the higher life, but I may as well have been a domestic slave for all the freedom I have gained. I hope none of them gets run over by an automobile. My heart would bleed if something were to happen to them and I found it out. But it isn't fair, Archie. It isn't fair. These damn tomcats get all the fun and freedom. They are living just now in an abandoned garbage can just behind a made-over stable at Greenwich Village. And if it rained into the can before I could get back and rescue them, I'm afraid the poor little dears might drown. It makes me shudder just to think of it. Of course, if I were a family cat, they probably all would have been drowned by now anyhow. Sometimes I think the kinder thing would be for me to carry the sweet little things over to the river and drop them in myself. But a mother's love, Archie! It's so unreasonable. Something always prevents me. These terrible conflicts are always presenting themselves to the artist. The eternal struggle between life and art, Archie, is something fierce. Yes, something fierce. My, what a dramatic life I have led. One moment up and the next moment down again. But two jurors gay, Archie. Two jurors gay. And always a lady, too. In spite of hell.
Well, boss, it will be interesting to know how Mehitabel deals with her present problem. A dark mystery still broods over the manner in which her former family of 3 kittens disappeared. One day she was talking to me of the kittens, and the next day, when I asked her about them, she replied innocently,
What kittens?
interrogation point. That's all I could get out of her on the subject. We had a heavy rain right after we spoke, but probably that garbage can leaks, so the kittens have not yet been drowned.
Man, the universal sin follows lagging with the wind, treading on his neighbor's toes, going the little insect goes in a million years or more. Man may learn the simple lore of how the bees are organized, while the ants are civilized. Hope for to approach the culture of the average roach. If he's humble and not smart, may emulate the lightning bug.
Damn be this. Double damned! Damned be this transmigration. Double damned be the blue Pythagoras, the geek that went and invented it. I hope that his soul for 1,000 turns of the wheel of existence bides in the shell of a louse, dodging a fine-toothed comb.
I was once a verse Libra poet. I died and my spirit migrated into the flesh of a cockroach. Gods, I yearn to be human. Neither a verse Libra poet, nor yet the inmate of a cockroach. A 6-footed scurrying cockroach given to bastard examiners. Gods, I am pent in a cockroach. I, with the soul of a Dante, am mate and companion to fleas. I, with the gift of a Homer, must smile when a cat calls me. I, with the taste of a Byron, am expected to live upon garbage. I, with the soul of a Hamlet, doomed always to wallow in farce. Gods, what a charnel existence. Curses upon that Pythagoras. I hope he dwells for 1,000,000 turns of the wheel of life, deep in an oyster crab's belly, stewed in the soup of Gehenna. Yesterday, maddened with sorrow, I threw myself from the Woolworth Tower in an attempt to dash out my brains.
anticlimactic attempt. I fluttered, and I floated. I drifted, and I landed light as a feather on the top of a bald man's head whose hat had blown off at the corner. And all the hooting hundreds laughed at the comic cockroach. Not mine was the suicide solace. God's what a heartbreaking pathos to be always doomed to the comic.
Oh, make me a cockroach entirely or make me a human once more!
What is he staring at? Should we? At least we oughta.
I think it's time.
I wish I did not fear you so much, Death. It makes me such a hypocrite. Frequently, the thunderous reverberations of your voice terrify me so greatly that I fail to grasp the meaning of your words. I'm willing to promise you anything when I'm frightened, just so we both thoroughly understand that I probably won't be able to live up to it when I get over being scared. But, how are we doing?
Doing what, boss?
On the whole, comedy or tragedy?
It's pretty gloomy.
Definitely leading to the tragic.
Well, the Pharaoh stuff, that was pretty funny.
I liked the kittens.
Thank you.
What?
So, are you ready?
Ready for what?
The Great Beyond!
Everyone, I would like to propose a toast. To my dear friend, the late, great Don Marquis.
Late great Morley, you boob.
Don was, regardless of mediocre work done under pressure, a deeply mercurial, intuitive artist.
Mediocre work, done under pressure, huh?
It's tragic to realize that Don Marquis, who uttered many a great shout in praise of idleness, was finally broken by overwork.
No!
Whatever you say, boss, there's still time.
Time? I haven't even finished my damn novel yet!
What novel?
The big book. I'd rather not talk about it.
So you want to come back?
Come back?
Transmigration is the game. I was once a human verse Liber poet. I died and my spirit went into a cockroach's body.
Transmigration? I just made that up. Or Pythagoras did.
So, you could transmigrate, in which case you will be reborn in a new body, or you could graduate to the great beyond.
To the place with the chef tubers!
I think I finally conquered that damn willpower of mine. Archy, pour me a double scotch!
Woo! Another party! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year? Yes! 1922, say. That was a good one.
Your play, The Old Soap, was a hit on Broadway, and you're one of the most quoted writers in all Manhattan.
Toast of the town.
I love the theater. Why, I once inhabited a decayed theater trunk in an alley in Greenwich Village in company with the most villainous tomcat. It was merely a plutonic attachment. Tom is an old theater cat. He's given his life to the theater. He claims that Richard Mansfield once kicked him out of the way and then cried because he had done it and petted him. The stage is not what it used to be, Tom says. He puts his front paw on his breast and he says, they don't have it anymore. They don't have it. Here. The old troopers are gone. There's nobody can troop anymore. They're all amateurs nowadays. They haven't got it.
Here.
But Tuger's gay, boss. Tuger's gay.
Because it's 1922.
You got a hit on Broadway. Dance. And now that you're a lady, still living out of Brooklyn's Head. Out the door, to hell I'm thinking of home, but that's there was always a lady who works too short hair. Be a tiny tame if you want. Someplace was your pet. The life I led was the life I liked, and there's never been the whole thing yet. The life I led was the life I liked, and there's camp in the old time.
So now you're rich.
Who?
You, now that you've got a hit on Broadway.
Oh, sure, Mehitabel. Rich as Croesus. I wake up at noon every day and I dine on peeled grapes and glasses of the finest champagne. And then I saunter over to the typewriter where I work on my great American something or other for an hour or two, and then back to the grapes.
I think the boss is pulling your leg, Mehitabel.
There's no grapes?
No grapes, no great American something or other. That Broadway hit took all of my savings, excepting for what I set aside for little Barbara. And there's my two dear sisters to look after. So there are bills to pay, and thus endless pot boiling.
I, too, long for the leisured life. I am a lady, and class will tell.
A lady?
I was Cleopatra in one of my past lives. Ooh.
Was Antony everything he was cracked up to be?
Anthony who? Oh, you're thinking about that song about rallying gammon and spinach? Hey ho for Anthony Rally, hey ho for Anthony Rally.
No, Mark Antony, the great Roman, the friend of Caesar. Surely, Cleopatra. Surely, Cleopatra. You remember J. Caesar.
Listen, Archie, I have been so many different people in my time. And I've met so many prominent gentlemen. I won't lie to you or stall. I do get my dates mixed sometimes. Think of how much I've had a chance to forget. And I've always made a point of never carrying grudges over from one life to the next, Archie. Yes, one life up and the next life down again. But always a lady through it all. Always a good mixer, too. Always the life of the party. But never anything vulgar. Always free-footed, Archie. Never tied down to anything like a job or housework. Yes, looking back on it, all I can say is I have had some romantic lives of some elegant times. I may have seen better days, Archie, but
My God, this stuff floods out of me! I could go on like this for an ocean of dribble, a river of words, words.
me!
I detect a note of bitterness.
Hello, Mr. Muncie!
This is why you call the Undertaker?
Thank you, Mehitabel.
I am buying up the dailies. I'm going to merge the New York Herald with the Tribune, and from henceforth it will be called the New York Herald Tribune.
Catchy.
Are you going to keep the Tribune reporters, Mr. Muncie?
The markets, Marquis, the markets. The markets are shaky, circulation is down. I'll keep 25 Trib reporters.
Well, that means as a result of this merger, 600 people lose their jobs.
Don't worry, Marquis. I'll keep you on. People like your stuff. That cockroach stuff, you know, that funny stuff. Keep it up.
My legacy. I'll never get around to the great American something or other. Am I only going to be remembered as the creator of a goddamn cockroach character?
What is a great American something or other?
My big book. I've published other novels, but this is the one I've been training for all my life.
What's it about?
In it, I will say all the things that I can't get into the magazine and newspaper pieces.
So it's about-
I will synthesize the personal and the historical, creating a grand epic of life and rounding it out with subtle touches of the personal, tragical, pastoral.
And the main character is?
Me. Right, Archie? It's an autobiographical novel.
I met a toad the other day by the name of Warty Bliggins. He was sitting under a toadstool, feeling contented. He explained that when the universe was created, that toadstool had been especially planned for his personal shelter from sun and rain, thought out and prepared for him.
Do not tell me,
said Warty Bliggins,
that there is not a purpose in the universe. The thought is blasphemy.
A little more conversation revealed that Warty Bliggins considered himself the center of the said universe. The earth exists to grow toadstools for him to sit under, the sun to give him light by day, and the moon and wheeling constellations to make beautiful the night for the sake of Warty Bliggins. To what act of yours do you impute such interest on the part of the creator of the universe? I asked him.
Ask rather,
said Warty Bliggins,
what the universe has done to deserve me.
If I were a human being, I would not laugh too complacently at poor Warty Bliggins, for similar absurdities have only too often lodged themselves in the crinkles of the human cerebrum.
My fear, Mehitabel, is that I will be remembered, if at all, for my newspaper work. Potboilers.
What is a potboiler?
A creative work of dubious literary merit, whose main purpose is to pay the writer's creditors.
Don't worry about money, boss. It'll work out. Just say, what the hell?
Expenses going up and income going down. But what the hell do I care? The sailors are in town. A tomcat off the cruiser, the sea of the city. Says he between his whiskers, hello, my pretty kitty. So I replied sweetly, ain't you the nervy guy? How dare you recently be so innocent and shy? Oh, look, you said our warships have all their flags unfurled. Well, come and join the Navy, and we will see the world. A loud shriek in Harlem, which flowed with song and cheer, and we danced among the tables, the oysters stewed in beer. My room rent keeps mounting, and credit going down. What the hell do I care? The sailors are in town. I always am the lady, discreet as well as gay. But the next place that he took me, the devil was to pay. For we see the icebox open and tried to raid the loot. And the next we knew, we was out in the street ahead of the barkeep's boat. But what the hell do I care? Whether it's Tom or Bill, or any sailor off of the fleet is a dance in the old days still.
Boss?
Is he staring into the dark abyss again?
It looks like it. I think it's time.
I kind of hope he goes for transmigration.
That's up to him.
Although this great Beyond Mermaid Tavern with champagne and the Vions, that's a pretty swell place too. No!
I am not one of those who wait, cowered in a corner, the last stroke of fate. Whether towards dawn or into black eclipse, proudly I go, with song upon my lips. Speak thus of me. Nor life nor death could bind the scornful pinions of his laughing mind. Get off of me, Mehitabel!
Everyone, I would like to propose a toast. To my dear friend, the late great Don Marquis.
Morley, my sweetheart, stop with this late great stuff.
Don was, if ever I saw one, a victim of the constantly tightening strain and pressure of our present way of living. I cannot help thinking that he had a very special message for younger artists. A message which was implicit in many of his seemingly jocular paragraphs. And it is this: energy is not endless. Better hoard it for your own work.
I'm not sure this is doing me any good hearing all of this.
Be intangible and hard to catch. Be proud and secret and inwardly unconformable. And show your respect to the holiest ghost we know, the creative imagination.
This is really tipping into tragedy, Morley, my love.
Yeah, it's a real downer.
But it's true.
Any of you want to weigh in?
Well, I feel that Wardy Bliggin's, well, humorous really speaks to the modern puzzle of who or what we are.
It exhibits a kind of desperate amusement or bewilderment at the classical task of self-knowledge.
Yes, something, what is it, has knocked our tight, snug little personalities to pieces.
We see our fragments strewn about us, but where's our core?
Yes. But is it a comedy or tragedy? That's it. I'm quitting the papers. No more deadlines, no more scrambling for material. I am moving full-time into the theater.
Ah, the theater. That'll bring in the money for sure. And so I would like to propose a toast with prohibited booze to my dear friend Don Marquis, who is reinventing himself. Don, I wish you every success as your new career as a theater producer.
Thank you, Morley, but I could not have done it without my dearest Marjorie. Marjorie, where are you, my pet? Yoo-hoo! To Marjorie Potts Vonnegut, celebrated Broadway actress.
Oh, wow.
And all-around terrific girl.
Wow.
Speech!
I might just have a little something prepared. No man is content with just what he is doing. If he is, then he has stopped growing. I've always been stage struck.
And now you're Marjorie struck.
Now. I'm too old at 48 to begin to act now, and too fat. But I want to write plays and produce them. That is the whole of my ambition. And so I am planning on producing my own play, The Dark Hours, myself, independently.
The Dark Hours? Well, that sounds cheerful. What's it about?
The crucifixion.
It's a comedy.
I know, it's a long shot. Now, I don't know whether or not I'll be able to become a great dramatist, but I hope to. That is my definite aim. No.
On November 14th, a new play by Don Marquis opened on Broadway. After only 6 performances, this unprintable and apparently unperformable piece of theater closed.
Mr. Munsey?
That's right. In the folds of your singularly clotted cerebrum, at this, the threshold of your death, I am also a theater critic. Well, his play, The Old Souk, achieved some modest success on Broadway a number of years ago. Mr. Marquis's theatrical endeavors in the intervening decade, Words and Thoughts, The Skinners, and Everything's Jake, have all been spectacular failures. Everything is not Jake when Mr. Marquis takes to the stage. We suggest he return to light verse and amusing observations of life as seen from the underside. Leave the big themes to writers with depth. More cockroach and less crucifixion, please, Mr. Marquis.
Then break, my heart. Poor bankrupt, break it once. To prison eyes ne'er look on liberty.
While to earth resign, end motion here. And thou and Romeo, press one heavy beer.
Shakespeare, eh, boss?
I always said I was an Elizabethan born out of time in Walnut, Illinois.
Well, boss, I got acquainted with a pair recently who's a very interesting bird. Pete says that he used to belong to the fellow that ran the Mermaid's Tavern in London. Well, Pete, I said, you must have known Shakespeare.
Know him?
Said Pete.
Ah, poor mutt. I knew him well. He called me Pete, and I called him Bill.
But why do you say poor mutt?
Well,
Said Pete.
poor Bill was a disappointed man. 2 or 3 pints of sack, and the tears would trickle down into his beard, and his beard would get soppy and wilt his collar. Ah! I remember one night when Bill and Ben Johnson were sopping it up. Here I am,
Says Bill.
nothing but a lousy playwright. And with anything like luck, I might have been a poet. If I'd only kept away from the theater.
Well, Ben,
Says Ben.
one consolation is you are making pretty good money out of the theater.
Money, 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 what the hell is money? What I wanted to be was a poet, not a businessman. These damn it cheap shows I keep turning out to keep the theater running break my heart. Slapstick comedies, blood and thunder tragedies, and say then, I wonder if that boy heard you order another bottle. The only chance I get every now and then is to stick in a little poetry when nobody's looking. Any mutt can write for this London public. What they want is kings talking like kings never had the sense to talk. Fat men making love, and stabbings and stranglings, and cheap puns and off-color allusions to the smut of the day. Oh, I know what the lowbrows want, and I gives it to them.
Then Ben Johnson says.
Well, why don't you cut it, Bill?
I can't,
Says Bill.
I got a family to support in the country. I need the money.
Well,
Says Ben.
don't blow her into the drink. Brace up like a man and quit the rotten business.
I can't.
Says Bill.
It's got to the place now where I can't write anything else but the cheap stuff. I'm afraid to look an honest young solitaire in the face, I am. I live the life of hell, I do. Some manager, he hands me a moldy old manuscript and he says,
Here's a plot for you, Bill. I want a good script out of this that we can start rehearsals on next week. Not too big a cast, and not too much of your damn poetry either. Oh, they eat up that Falstaff stuff. Bring him in again. And give him a good ghost or two. Oh, and remember to stick in something that Dick Burbage can really sink his teeth into. And make sure there's a speech the Queen will take as a personal compliment. You know this game. Just some of your usual hookums. And maybe you could kill a little kid or two. They like a little pathos with their dirt. Says Bill.
and they guide me facing my talents with this joke. Oh God, all I wanted to be was a poet.
Well, Pete, I said, Bill's plays are held in high esteem to this day.
Is that so?
Said Pete.
Poor Matt, little would he care. All poor Bill wanted was to be a poet, be a poet, be a poet. Kill a little kid or two.
Oh, Don, we had a Broadway hit. The old soak. But then the the dark hours was a flop and took all your savings.
Excepting the money I set aside for little Barbara.
Little Barbara. She's almost 13, but she's a real sickly girl. She needs nursing round the clock some days. Then there's my 2 kids to take care of. Boy, they're a handful. And your 2 sisters, who for some reason can't seem to support themselves.
Someone has to look after the 2 dears.
It's not fair.
Life's not fair.
That's right, boss. Life isn't fair.
And fate isn't fair at all.
In many places, here and there, I think that heat is right. Unbent on such beautiful floor the most empty by the score. Consider my distressing fix. My feet are limited to say things that I am present. Possess with all glorious fruitfulness, enabled me to stagger less when I am overcome by heat. Fine, repeat, would I careering on the floor, stagger proportionately more. Well, I suppose the minds of me do not tell destiny is me to reveal something mine to do. Sit and find, follow along, fast or slow. The meaning has
Boss, come back!
Boss! I think this is it.
Hit it!
Marley! Get good! No more! Please, Marley, I beg of you, no more!
Everyone, I would like to propose a toast to my dear friend, the late great Don Marquis.
No, Morley, not yet.
You want to keep going through it?
It, meaning my life.
It's up to you, boss.
I've had enough of parties. Each one sucks the life out of me more and more, body and soul.
Yes, your soul is hanging on. It's detaching from your body.
Well, it's a damned unpleasant sensation. But I guess the only way out is through. What's next?
It's your birthday.
Happy
You're
birthday
50.
No.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dawn.
If you are an institution, you may not mind the idea of a semi-centennial. If you are a human being, the word itself is a toothache. In my case, it means to me that a half a dozen novels, which I plan in my 30s, will probably never be written. I have never told anyone how deep and abiding my professional disappointments are. I mean, have I ever, except in brief and fragmentary things, displayed the powers that I have or capabilities?
Oh, what are we? Chopped liver?
No! You cannot understand the continual, internal, hurrying, grasping sense that they are not started yet. The big things.
50, 60, it makes no real difference at all.
Look at what you've done already.
No! Not that easy affirmation. I've done something already. It's not a tenth of what I should have produced. These years, between 40 and 50, are by before you know it. For the love of God, do not let them pass you by as I have.
But the real question is whether this stuff is literature or not.
What stuff?
Us, boss.
And is it?
Don't worry, we'll stay in print.
But I could have done so much more.
All work and no play, boss!
It's cheerio, my deario, that pulls a fella through.
Well, boss, I met Mehitabel the cat, trying to dig a frozen lamb chop out of a snowbank the other day.
A hell of a come down this is for me, Archy.
She says,
A few brave centuries ago, one of old King Tutankhamun's favorite queens. And today, the village scavenger. But what the hell, Archie? What the hell? It's cheerio, my deario, that pulls a lady through.
Cleopatra you used to be before you transmigrated into the carcass of a cat. What's with this Tutankhamun stuff? Question mark.
I have several ladies, my little insect. Being Cleopatra was merely an incident in my career. And I was always getting the rough end of it. All the things that have been said about me, Archie.
Exclamation point.
And all simply because I was a live dame. Ha! The palaces I've been kicked out of in my time. But what the hell, Archie? What the hell? It's Cheerio, my deario, that pulls a lady through. That pulls a lady through. Framed, Archie. I was framed. That is the story of all my lives. Yesterday, an empress, and today, too emaciated to interest a vivisectionist. But toujours gay, Archie, toujours gay, and always a lady in spite of hell and transmigration. Once a queen, always a queen, Archie.
Period. One of her feet was frozen, but on the other three, she began to caper and dance, singing.
It's Cheerio, my deario, that pulls a lady through. That pulls a lady through. Feeling more cheery, boss?
Mehitabel, a pessimist is someone who has had to listen to too many optimists.
We try to lighten things up, and all you do is complain.
Happiness is the interval between periods of unhappiness.
Oh, that's good.
6 dear, wonderful human beings depending on me. God help them. Merely to pay up present debts and obligations, I have at least 18 months of desperate and continued pot boiling.
We insects have the advantage of the human race in some respects. We don't always have to worry about what a dollar is or how to get it.
Barbara, my little boy, how are you today?
I'm well today, thank you, Daddy.
No headaches? Not too dizzy? Did you eat your breakfast? Mhm. And are the other two being nice to you?
Oh, they do their best, Daddy, but, you know, I'm very difficult.
Oh, how so?
I want to get through this growing up business. I'm too young to be with the older girls.
Like Marjorie's daughter?
It's not her fault. And I cannot be with those of my own age.
Like Marjorie's son?
He's too young for me.
You must be very lonely.
So, you see, I want to get through this growing up business just like that. And then I'll see Mummy again.
Don't say that, Barbara.
Do you remember when she gave this to me?
She didn't have the chance, darling. I gave that to you for her.
If you say so, Daddy. But I remember her giving it to me. Mary, Mary Sparrow, under leaves so green.
A happy blossom sees you,
Swift
straight
as
as arrow.
seek your cradle narrow near my bosom.
You remember your mother so well, considering how young you were when she went away to look after little Bobby.
When I don't know what to do, I remember everything she told me before she went away, and I try to think what she'd tell me to do now.
I'm sure Raina gives you excellent advice. I'll tell you what, little boy. How would you like to go away with me, just the two of us for a while?
Go away? With you? Oh, Daddy, where?
You haven't been feeling very well, and frankly, neither have I this past while. And do you know what Dr. March said? He said, Dawn, you take those medicines I prescribed for you and your little girl, and you flush them down the sewer if you wish, but for God's sakes, get a complete change.
Dr. March said that?
He did indeed. And then, just like magic, you know what else happened?
What?
I got an offer of a job screenwriting in Hollywood. I think we better stop here.
Everyone, I would like to propose a toast. To my dear friend, the late, great Don Marquis. In the end, what Don wanted, more than anything, was to be left alone. And there can be no sense of sorrow at the escape of a winged thing after cruel imprisonment. Don kept the true loves of his life close, my dead, as he called them. He wrote, "Give me your mirth. It bores me when you weep. My loves you cannot touch."
They're buried deep.
When Barbara died...
No, Morley. No, I can't go through with this again.
It's up to you, boss.
You can just quit now. Graduate to the great beyond.
But I still feel it here.
Here. Your soul is still hanging on, boss. What does it feel like?
Like chewing on tinfoil. Like someone's pulling on a string from here and pulling my heart one way, my old body another. Well, damn it, I'm not finished yet. The movies. The movies are headed in a
thumb-handed way to give the public some attempt of escape from the realities of life and a glimpse into the fourth dimension.
Archy, you sure can use some highbrow expressions when you set yourself to it.
The movies may do it badly.
They may do it obviously, and they may do it crudely.
But they do have the hunch that what the millions want to be shown is that there is something possible to the human race besides the dull repetition of triviality, which is the routine of common existence.
Every now and then they stumble into something with a touch of the universal in it.
The pictures. You're going to write for the pictures. Oh, boss.
The climate will be good for Barbara, and the lure of fame and cold hard cash.
I was talking to a moth the other evening. He was trying to break into an electric light bulb and fry himself on the wires. "Why do you fellows pull these stunts?" I asked him. "Because it is the conventional thing for moths, or why? If that had been an uncovered candle instead of an electric light bulb, you would now be a small, unsightly cinder. Have you no sense?"
Plenty of it.
He answered.
But at times we get tired of using it. We get bored with the routine and we crave beauty and excitement. We know that fire is dangerous. But what does that matter? It is better to be happy for a moment than be burned up with beauty than live a long time and be bored all the while. And so, we wad up all our little lives into one little roll, and then we shoot the roll. Our attitude toward life is come easy, go easy. We are like human beings used to be before they became too civilized to enjoy themselves.
And before I could argue him out of his philosophy, he went and immolated himself on a patent cigar lighter. I do not agree with him myself. I would rather have half the happiness and twice the longevity. But at the same time, I wish there was something I wanted as badly as he wanted to fry himself.
So, how is it?
How's what?
Hollywoodland, the pictures!
I positively hate it.
Say it isn't so.
But then something happened to me.
What?
What?
I had sort of a...
What?
I got a feeling that I was going to crack up and fall apart. I didn't have the strength to write another word.
What's wrong?
His heart.
I have to keep writing. If Manhattan is pot-boiling, Hollywood is pot-boiling deluxe. From the Mazaine Marquis, Beverly Depths, Cali, goddamn Fornia. Dear Morley, I came out here with some kind of naive notion that if I persevered, I'd be given the chance to work on something more in line with my capabilities. I thought I could contribute something to a better type of motion picture entertainment. But this country consists of great sunshiny stretches of blah. The beef is stringy, the houses are flimsy, the people are cheap and childish. There's no finish to them. They're crude, uninteresting liars. This place has neither passion nor reality in this trashy civilization. P.S. Don't tell anyone about the heart attack. Business reasons, you know. They've got to think I am still capable of working. I'm out of bed and in a chair for most of the day, and I can't walk around much. Brings on another attack. Scares the hell out of me. P.P.S. I'm writing a novel. Don't tell anybody. Your friend Marquis. This weakness, this intolerable weakness. What keeps me going is rage against this place. This is a country that has never been fought in. Oh, the supercilious silliness of the human endeavor.
I feel a lyric coming on.
This city is enough to turn me into a revolutionist.
All the bugs in all the world, twixt earth and Beetlejuice, sharper than their little skins, turn their feelings loose. They soon show all human beings, Saturn, Earth, or Mars, their relative significance from the spinning stars. Men are so proud, the heart is hit, so hard for to approach. Their heels down with sunshine air, spider ridge or roach. Plans are an avatar, neither more nor less. Man's feet have grown so big that he protects his little breast. Days come and there is man and all his race shall cast aside his silly pride, take the second place. I'll take the box of all the stars and tell them of my plan, and fling the whip and myriad schemes against the tyrant man.
That's good stuff, boss.
But then, something strange happened.
Tell it, boss.
Marjorie and her two kids moved out west to join us. We threw a party in a pool hall. I was leaning over to take a great shot. Man, what a great shot! And I went blind. From the top.
I can't really see you, York.
Jazzy.
Everyone, I would like to propose a toast. The great Don Marquis.
Put it on the lights!
If I can't see, nobody can.
What's going on, boss?
A cerebral vessel has been blocked.
A stroke.
Oh, please. Oh, right, not that kind.
The other kind.
I really thought someone had turned out the lights as a joke. Made me miss that shot too, damn it. In a couple of days, I had my sight back.
Well, that's a relief. Go on, boss.
How goes the late edition, my little poets?
Very well, thank you, Daddy. I hope to have it ready to mimeograph by tomorrow morning.
Don't push yourself too hard.
I have 80 subscribers.
That's impressive.
I am having the best time of my whole life. Listen to this. A lovely day. The day is cool and gray, and the trees are stretching up their branches to the misty clouds. The hills are wrapped in purple fog. The morning is full of spring, and you can smell the flowers in the air.
It's beautiful, Barbara, my girl. She always had a flower like Beauty. Very delicate flower, one grown in the shade. She'd been walking around with pneumonia. She was not a child to complain, and really, she was not a child. The doctors said the climate would be good for her. Beverly Hills. But my little poet.
Boss, I see by the papers there's been more than one unconventional episode in the far west. I've made a little song as follows.
Los Angeles, Los Angeles. Home of the movie star. What kind of angels are they out there where you are? Los Angeles. Much must be left unsaid. Science says Freud's rushing where angels fear to tread. Los Angeles. Clean up your movie game. Oh, city of angels, you better change your name. Los Angeles.
Time for your exit, my dear.
Who are you?
I've been here all along. We better finish getting you changed.
Minerva?
That's it. The unmarried sister who takes care of everyone as they go down. Every family has one. Or I'm the virgin goddess of music, wisdom, poetry, craft, and magic. Take your pick.
What was that you said about my exit?
Well, you've had 2 more strokes. Those left you paralyzed and blind. Oh, and you're broke, too. Again.
But that feeling, it's gone. It's gone! Where's Marjorie?
I'm sorry, Dawn. She died in October.
Taking care of me.
Yes.
Don't you die on me, too.
There have been times during this long illness when I've caught you laughing to yourself. You were unable to share the matter of your mirth, the many richnesses of your fine brain having been sealed by some blood clot. But I thank you for that unshareable communion. You've been very amusing.
That's Don Marquis. Amusing.
Oh, and so we raise superior eyebrows and scorn the lovely slapstick stuff, and so we pander to the highbrows. We hate it, but we bluff.
That's very clever. Who wrote that?
Dawn, you did.
My name isn't really Don, you know.
I know, it's Robert.
Ah, the name I gave my son. He would have been 21 had he lived.
Our older brother tagged you Dawn.
Yeah. Thought I looked like the family dog, Don Pedro.
What
a gink!
Didn't our parents also insist that you were born during a total eclipse of the sun?
Now, if you're the goddess Minerva, where is your owl?
Oh, he's around here somewhere. Woo! Woo! Ah, there he is!
Who? Who?
You Marquises! Hey, wait a minute. You need a tie.
No, not that horrible thing.
Oh, yes. Go to your grave with my favorite tie around your dear old burly neck, you Satan sweetheart.
Thank you, Morley.
There, all ready?
For what?
Your funeral. 1937, Happy New Year.
But wait. Tragedy or comedy?
Oh, my dear. Cheerful. Right to the end.
You look good. There's been for the past 2 years nothing left but the look in your eyes.
That bad?
That bad.
It's time.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, I present the late, great Don Marquis.
Friends, a great simplicity comes at last to you and me.
The roach that scurries, skips and runs me are more than those that fly. I know what family skeletons with your paws and swing and cry. Not that I ever played the spy, but as it pours to my mind, I can't dodge knowledge, though I try. I see things rolling under the sky. The lordly ones, the haughty ones, super serious as am I. Those upstage stiff, pretentious guns, much that reads my humble line. Not that I will work or crime, but I'm strong, pretty crime. As the pompous world goes by, I see things rolling under the sky. Above me, stars and suns, but humans shut me from the sky. I see their eyes as pure as nuns. I see the Hollywood I only point with the sun. My point of view is somewhat wrong. I am a pessimistic guy.